Hello everyone. The story I'm going to share today is Becoming Immortal by Selling Green. Li Jue was born in Jiangyang County of Guangling during the Tang Dynasty. He was just a man and was strict with himself. For generations, his family had been in business of selling grain. When he was 15, his father left on business and everything. Li Jue took care of the grain store. When people came to buy grain, he would hand them a dough, a container that could hold about 10 liters, and a sheng measuring scruber that could hold about 1 liter, to the buyer, and let them to take grain themselves. No matter how expensive the price was in the market, he only made 20 cents per liter of grain. Nonetheless, each day he still had enough money to support his family. His father thought he was so strict and said to him, "Usually, grain stores use a large dough for buying and smaller dough for selling. That is the way to make a big profit. I use the same size dough for buying and selling, and I thought I was conducting myself quite well. But you just give a dough and sheng to the buyer and let them to take grain themselves. What you do is more generous than what I did." The strange thing is that we still have enough money to support the family. This is really being watched over by heaven. There must be a God protecting us. At age of 80, Li Jue was still doing the same business. Later, there was a prime minister, also called Li Jue, who acted concurrently as military official in Huainan. To avoid using the same name as the official, Li Jue changed his name to Li Kuan. One day, Prime Minister Li had a dream. In the dream, he went to Huayang Paradise, where there was fresh flowers surrounding brilliant colored pavilions. He walked in and saw a large piece of marble, on which a name list of immortals was carved. Each name glowed with golden light. When he saw name Li Jue was there, he became so excited and thought that it was his reward from good deeds he did while he was an official. He must be destined to become immortal in the future, he thought. At this moment, two celestial children walked out from the side of marble and told him, "This Li Jue is not you. It's a commoner living in Jiangyang under your jurisdiction." Prime Minister Li visited many places in Jiangyang County to look for Li Jue, and eventually he found out that Li Kuan was originally called Li Jue. Prime Minister Li showed great respect to Li Kuan and pleaded with him to teach him a cultivation secret of Taoism. Li Kuan told him that the only thing he did in life was sell grain to people. Upon hearing the whole story, Prime Minister Li sighed and said, "You ask the buyer to take the grain themselves each day. It looks like a small thing, but it is not something that most people can do. It's not what an average person could do, and the virtue you've accumulated is much greater. I realized one thing from your noble behavior, that everything we are doing in human society is recorded. If we are doing good things, even if we are poor, we will be protected by God, and also can be added to the name list of immortals. And this is also to give warning to people in the future." Li Kuan lived until he was 100 years old, and he still looked healthy. 3 days after he died, people heard the cracking sound of his coffin opening. When they opened the coffin, Li Kuan's body was gone, and only his clothes were left. Li Kuan had become immortal, and it is believed that he went to the Huayang Paradise that Prime Minister Li had dreamed of. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching story will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.